I didn't know humans were rare until I arrived at Xyler Station. Floating in the Tertiz sector, the station was massive. Hundreds of docks, towers of crystalline glass, and corridors lit with pulsating blue energy. Ships of every species slid past, creating a chaotic ballet of interstellar traffic. I was just a human engineer sent to inspect an abandoned research outpost. That's what I told myself. In reality, the moment I docked, I felt different. It wasn't long before the first eyes fell on me. Alien girls, several species, all of them extraordinary in ways humans couldn't comprehend, paused mid-step. One of them, a Varelian with silver blue skin and glowing violet eyes, nudged another. "They a human?" she whispered. "Yes," the other replied. "And why does everyone else look like they fear him?" I shrugged, trying to act casual. Humans weren't built for fear or intimidation. They survived it. But the way they stared, it was like they recognized something in me, something legendary. I didn't know the truth yet. Part 2, the first encounter. I was walking through the central hub when a commotion caught my attention. Two alien girls, both taller than me, with athletic builds and eyes that glimmered with power, had suddenly stopped, their gazes locked on me. One of them, the Varelian I had seen earlier, stepped forward. "You," she exclaimed, pointing. "It's him, the human." The second, a crystalline humanoid whose skin refracted light like a prism, gasped. "Impossible. Humans shouldn't survive the Crimson War. Yet here he stands." I froze. "Hi." The first girl's violet eyes narrowed. "Don't play dumb, human. You know why we're here." I had no idea what she meant. "I'm just inspecting the station." Both of them laughed, strangely, almost like a melodic chord. "Cute," said the Varelian. "But that won't save you." I raised my hands defensively. "Look, I don't want trouble." She tilted her head. "Then why do you make everyone want to fight over you?" The second girl's crystalline voice rang like a chime. "Why do they all want you?" I blinked. "Wait, what? Fight over me? Want me?" They glared at me. Not playfully, not angrily, but as if I had a power they couldn't resist. And that's when I realized they weren't exaggerating. Part 3, the mystery unfolds. Later that evening, the station's archives confirmed the impossible. Centuries ago, during the Crimson War, humans had been part of an elite program known as the Gene-Linked Vanguard. Our DNA carried rare adaptive traits, making us highly compatible with other species in ways no one fully understood. That meant humans could form bonds, not just emotional, but biological, with almost any sentient species. I had no idea, and apparently, word of my existence had traveled far and wide. Every powerful family, every influential alien clan had a vested interest in humans like me. And now, on Xyler Station, I was a walking prize. The Varelian, whose name was Kilira, cornered me in a dim corridor. Her violet eyes glinted in the low light. "You're human," she said softly. "You're dangerous, but irresistible." I swallowed. I don't understand." She stepped closer, her hand brushing mine. "You're a rarity. And now, everyone wants you, including me." I didn't know what to say. And then, from the shadows, another voice, soft, crystalline, yet sharp. "Kilira." I turned to see the other girl, Lysera, stepping forward. "You aren't the only one, human, and we both want you." I blinked. "Wait, both of you?" They nodded, simultaneously. And in that moment, I understood this wasn't just attraction. This was something deeper, something embedded in biology, history, and the remnants of war. Part 4, Training Intentions. The next days were chaotic. Kilira and Lysera insisted I undergo bonding trials, ancient tests designed to evaluate a human's compatibility with multiple alien species. It was bizarre, humiliating, and exhilarating. Kilira was aggressive, challenging me at every step. Lysera was subtle, observing, teasing, and drawing me in with whispered suggestions. During combat drills, Kilira attacked me fiercely. Her strikes were precise, lightning fast. I had to dodge, block, and counter at every step. Yet every time our eyes met, I felt a connection deeper than words. Meanwhile, Lysera would interrupt training with intellectual challenges, strategy games, telepathic simulations, and psychological puzzles. She was intoxicatingly brilliant, and I often found myself distracted by her soft, shimmering eyes. It was overwhelming, and I realized I was falling for both, different ways, different intensities, both irresistible. Part 5. The First Duel. Tensions reached a peak when Kilira challenged me directly. A duel in the station's zero-gravity arena. "You can't hide behind wit or humor," she said. "I want to see your strength." I nodded, drawing my plasma blade. "Then I won't hold back either." The duel began. She moved like liquid silver, her strikes fast and elegant. I blocked, countered, dodged, and finally matched her pace. But then Lysera entered the arena, not to attack, but to observe. "You're incredible," she whispered from the observation deck, her voice echoing in the chamber. Kilira's violet eyes flicked toward Lysera, hesitation showing for the first time. I used that moment, pivoting, pushing Kilira into a soft restraint. Not to harm, but to signal. I could defend myself, but I wasn't there to destroy her. The duel ended with Kilira catching her breath and Lysera clapping softly. "You've earned our respect," Lysera said, "and perhaps something more." Kilira's eyes softened, just slightly. "You survived and still make me want you." I laughed nervously. This is getting complicated. Part 6. Confessions. That evening, all three of us sat in the station's observatory, the Tertiz sector swirling beyond the glass. Kilira leaned against a railing, arms crossed but gaze soft. Lysera sat opposite, fingers intertwined, eyes glowing faintly. "You know," I said, trying to be casual, "this is insane. I don't even understand why you both want me." Lysera smiled. "It's not just desire. You're a human, yes, but there's something about you, something innate. You connect in ways we can't resist." Kilira added, "I thought humans were fragile, but you're stronger than most of us. Emotionally, physically, spiritually." I felt my chest tighten. "I don't know what to say." "You don't have to," Lysera whispered. "Just feel." Kilira stepped closer. "And choose, but not hastily. Because once we start, there's no going back." Her hand brushed mine. Soft, warm, electric. I looked between the two girls. Violet eyes, crystal blue eyes, both gazing at me, unflinching, sincere. And for the first time, I realized the truth. I didn't have to choose immediately. I could embrace the connection with both, see where it went, and let fate decide. Part 7. Threat from the past. As we shared the moment, alarms blared. The station's security systems flared red. Raiders, remnants of the Crimson War, had tracked me to Xylar Station. They wanted me for power, for leverage, for reasons I could only guess at. Kilira and Lysera acted instantly. Kilira drew her plasma blade. Lysera activated a telekinetic shield. I joined in, coordinating defenses, leading counterattacks, and realizing just how deadly the bond between human and alien could be. During the chaos, Kilira was thrown off balance. I caught her just in time, holding her close as explosions shook the corridor. Lysera's shield collapsed under a heavy strike. I grabbed her arm, yanking her to safety. In that moment, surrounded by fire, sparks, and alien chaos, I felt the intensity of our connection. Life, survival, desire, and trust, all mingling into one unbreakable bond. Part 8. Victory and Understanding. The battle ended with the raiders fleeing. Xylar Station was damaged but intact. Kilira and Lysra stood beside me, hands brushing mine. Both of them. "You fought well," Kilira said, her voice low, intimate. Lysra added, "We both need you, and I think you understand why." I exhaled, feeling the weight lift. "I do, and I'd accept it. All of it. You both matter to me." They smiled, relief and affection shining in their eyes. Kilira stepped forward, placing a hand on my chest. Lysra mirrored her on the other side. Both hands warm, electric, and I realized I had survived wars, survived enemies, and now I had survived a love, ending, united by fate. Days later, as the station rebuilt, we walked together along the observation deck. The Turtis sector stretched infinitely before us. Kilira spoke softly. "You know, humans are rare, but you're rarer, and we fight over the rarest thing of all." Lysra smiled. "Because the rarest thing is worth everything." I took their hands, one in each of mine. Warmth spread through me, an unspoken promise of loyalty, love, and shared destiny. "We'll face whatever comes," I said. Together. Kilira leaned against me. Lysra rested her head on my shoulder. The stars beyond the station twinkled, countless worlds waiting for exploration, adventure, and love. And in that infinite expanse, we had each other. For the first time in my life, I felt complete.